Welcome to the EMBN show from the IAA show in Munich. We're stuck in a traffic jam of cars. In fact, cars cramp our style. We're more free spirits. And today we're going to be looking at some of those all-new Yamaha motors. I think the big news this week on EMBN and indeed in the e-mountain bike world is the launch of the all-new Yamaha PWX 3 motor. So what have we got? Well, we've got more torque, up to 85 Newton meters. It's lighter weight, 2.7 kilos. Now, what the lower weight and lower profile allows is much more ground clearance on your e-mountain bike, which is absolutely vital. Now, there's an all-new controller on the PWX 3. It's got a display as well. It retains its older modes, the Eco Plus, Standard, High and Extra Power. Now, we have seen this motor showcased on the Raymond Trail Ray, which is 29-inch 160mm travel bike, available in March of next year. A very, very cool looking bike, coming in at, I think it was about €6,000. When you consider that bike at a 830 watt-hour battery, definitely one of the showpieces in terms of bikes that are featuring the Yamaha PWX 3. Now, the PWX 3 is not only available on the Raymond bikes, it comes on the high bike range of bikes as well, but also on Giant. But the thing on the Giant bikes is they've applied their own software, which means there's a different feel, a different vibe to the bike. They also have different controllers and also different power modes, but wait to see that from us in the weeks ahead. Now, I think that PWX 3 motor from Yamaha is a super hot topic. But one thing I think which is becoming increasingly clear, we do have these lower powered e-mountain bikes such as the Levo SL with 35 Newton meters. We saw the Runefelt bike, which has an EP motor with Rotewheel's own custom setting on there on a lower torque, plus the 375 watt-hour battery. And I'm kind of thinking, where will the sort of sweet spot be in terms of the power output on these lower powered e-mountain bikes? This is the Air Drive from Yamaha. It's 50 Newton meters, weighs in at 2.9 kilos. We saw it on that Raymond Air Ray, 29-inch travel trail bike, super lightweight. So I think it's an interesting story because that Air Ray came in with a 410 watt-hour battery. So I think there's definitely a place in the middle where e-mountain bikes might go in the next few years. Wow, it really has been a super busy week in terms of motors, displays, apps and controls, and also bikes. And I certainly think that the Scott's Patron is definitely a highlight of the week. 160mm travel, 29-inch wheels, and of course featuring that internal shock in the top tube there, which means that Scott have got more space for the battery, the motor, and of course the water bottle. But certainly for me, I think the Scott Patron, or Patron, if you drink tequila, is definitely a top spot.
Thanks for that, Steve. And now time for some news. Well, check this out from Nikolai. Blake, you'll be into this.
I love this, Chris. Look at it, the e-Box Ultima. Ultra?
Ultra, yeah.
Ultra.
So obviously Nikolai have a load of standard e-mountain bikes in their lineup, and they've been dabbling their hand in the e-moto side of it, and this is what they've come up with, and it does look pretty cool, doesn't it?
It does. I love it. I like the belt-driven part of it. Now, people are going to get mistaken. This is an e-moto. It is classed as an e-moto.
Yeah.
So it's not an e-bike. They're not allowed to ride these on mountain bike trails.
Yeah, and they're strictly saying that it is exactly that, an e-motorbike. So don't go thinking you can ride this on trails or at your local bike park, because you'll definitely get turned away. And of course, this is going to cause pretty big damage if you do ride it on those trails. But I just think it's cool that they're dabbling in this side of it. And I mean, bringing all that mountain bike tech to this. And in Germany, if you ride this thing with the right license, you can actually use it as a small moped. It can be classified at. It's got 45 kilometers top speed on it. I just love the look of it. I think the tech that's coming from that, you know, mixing all these things in together into the melting pot can bring some really cool stuff to e-mountain bikes, that's for sure.
Mountain biking world champs kicked off with downhill XC and e-mountain bike as well.
Yeah, it's certainly going off out in the hills in Val di Sol. There's 60 riders in total lining up from all different nations in the hunt for that gold medal. So it's a mass start race, 6 laps of a 2.4 kilometre lap. And the top riders were doing it in around 50 minutes for that whole race. So some super quick times. And in the men's category, the rider that's taking the gold medal was Jerome Gillot, who recently won the Tour de Mont Blanc as well. So definitely stacking up on those gold medals.
He is, isn't he?
And in the ladies' class, it was Nicole Goldie who took that gold medal. There's so many close battles going on, and it just shows that e-mountain bike racing is alive and well. Congrats to those gold medal winners.
And on events again, Audi 9s are kicked off, one of the world's biggest slopestyle events. And Sam Pilgrim, representing e-bikes for High Bike, was there representing with stunts that people would dream of doing.
Yeah.
Let alone on a normal bike, but on an e-bike.
It's great to see him there, isn't it? I think he takes his e-bike there because it's quite a push-up. You went there before, didn't you?
I've been there with him, yeah.
Audi 9s, and I think the push-up there is quite intense, isn't it?
It is. It's a ride-up for him, and he's doing more laps than anyone else, to be honest.
And
he just pedal up.
And of course, just smashing those tricks out, typical program style, massive extension. It's great to see e-bikes going off literally in the world. Racing, freestyle, we got everything going on here in the e-bike world. Right, it's time for comments and questions from all the recent videos that we've had here on EMBN. And I did a Malverne's pit walk recently where we checked out all the latest tech on a UK event. We got some great feedback, didn't we, Blake?
Yes, we did. We got one from Sam Jones. He says, good to see Chris thinking of his safety and keeping his helmet on the whole time in the pits.
Yeah.
Safety first, man.
Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. We have the EMBN Toupee, and Steve's obviously out a Eurobike at the minute, and I didn't have it, so I had to keep my helmet on to keep my hair looking good.
Yeah.
But all jokes aside, I just finished the e-bike race, and we were straight out there checking out all the latest tech, hence the helmet still being on. But I'm glad you guys keep an eye on my safety. That's great. We've got David King saying here, the privateer bike that Chris asked for some info on. The guy points out the frame, 2 wheels and a set of forks. No mention of the motor, battery capacity or any E-specific specs. Seen in the final shot of the top tube, we see a Shimano power button. Well, I can fill you in a little bit more on that. That bike has an EP8 motor on it, 630 watt-hour battery, and it is being released pretty soon. I think keep your eyes peeled for that because it does look like a fun ride for sure.
Probably one of the best things I like to do on an e-bike is climbing.
Yeah.
This is Climb of the Week.
Nice. Well, check this out. This is the Squirrel Squeezer, aka Christine, and she's out in the Caribou Mountains in BC. I mean, just check the backdrops. Yeah, it looks amazing, doesn't it? Looks like, I was going to say a free ride zone.
Yeah, I can see that.
Coming down there, screw slopes.
Dude, and she cleaned it.
Yeah,
look at
it
that.
does look amazing, doesn't it? But look
Good
at
for
those
her.
trails everywhere. Nice one. But if you've got any shots that you want to see here on EMBN, be sure to use the upload service. The details for that are up on the screen now or in the description down below. Get those photos, videos coming in. We love seeing all the action here on EMBN.
Chris, before we stop this whole thing, right? I got something that you might like, but I think they're going to love it even more.
Go on then.
Okay?
Yeah.
We're going to give away a race jersey to Send or Climb of the Week. And the
that's
first
a great
one
idea.
goes to Christina.
Definitely. Well, get in contact with us, Christine. Get your contact details over to us and we will get that jersey out to you ASAP.
Look at that. Now, if you want to get involved with that, there's an uploader in the description down below. Head in there, send your send your climb, send whatever. Get the chance to win one of these race jerseys.
Nice. And talking to jerseys, if you haven't checked them out yet, get into the merch shop to check out all our latest stuff. We've got new race jerseys in there, as worn by Christine and, of course, us here on EMBN. Got loads of stuff. Beanies, jackets, stickers, face masks, you name it. It's all going off in there. Right, it's one of my favourite parts of the show. It's Where in the World, where we go out and about to see where you guys have been riding on your e-mountain bikes. And we got this great entry in straight away from Nicholas. He's out on his Canyon Spectral on. Where is he, Blake?
That dude is out somewhere in Denmark.
Nice.
Look
Bit
at
of
that.
Race action going on.
I love
watching
it.
A bit of e-bike
I
racing.
love a bit of e-bike racing.
Full tuck mode off that drop, sending it. That is cool, isn't it? Last Trail Cup race at Bjerg in Denmark.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Whoa, dude, what's this? This is one from Martin's of Vitus E-Summit.
Wow.
I do like the Vitus.
Yeah,
You
it's cool.
Vitus or Vitus?
Vitus, I like to call
Vitus.
them. Yeah,
Vitus
yeah.
for sure.
So it's one of the older models here with the external battery and stuff, but it still looks like a classic bike, doesn't it? I mean, it's a great looking bike, and I mean, what wouldn't look good with that backdrop in the background?
Beautiful.
Yeah, now Port de Soleil. Epic day, including lunch in Switzerland, riding Super Morzine out in Ivoriaz as well. Look at that, nice.
Beautiful.
Well, check this
Oh,
out.
look at
So
this
this is manual of his high bike Enduro 8.0 out in Luxembourg. In Rossport. Searched for the last 4 weeks of trails and found this one 4 minutes away from my front door.
I do like that high bike. Looks cool, doesn't it?
Does look good. It looks. He's got the big fly-on motor in there as well, doesn't it? It looks like the chain ring's almost on the wrong side.
Wrong side, yeah.
Look at that backdrop as well.
Oh, Jason with the 2021 Trek 9.8 out in Hawaii, dude.
Whoa.
Mahalo, dude. I would love to go riding in
We need to
in
organise an
Hawaii.
EMBN trip or GMBN trip out to Hawaii, don't we?
Both,
for sure.
dude.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So he stumbled across this peak over on the west side of, how do you say that, Blake? Ohio? No? O-H-U? Always great to be up in the mountains with the warm summer breezes whilst enjoying the scenery of the local the iconic Diamond Head.
Do you know what? I don't think I'd ever touch my bike if I went out there. I'd just be relaxing, chillaxing out on the beach, surfing, man.
Yeah,
Getting
amazing.
attacked by something.
But it's good to see that e-bike scene is definitely going off over in Hawaii too.
Whoa, look at that, look at that. What is that? What is it? Santa Cruz Bronson leaning up against something in the Peak District.
So this is one of the plane crashes
is that
out there.
plane crash?
Yeah, so it's one of the big wheels. I can't remember the name of it, but I keep wanting to get out there. You've got all the memorial in the foreground there as well, look, with the crosses and stuff. But yeah, that's something I definitely want to go out and visit. I think there's a nice loop around there actually. I think Jacob's Ladder's close to that as well, as I believe.
Sad time, there's a sad zone though.
Yeah, but it's a nice picture, isn't it? It's good to see those guys out there exploring. As I mentioned earlier, if you've got any videos or pictures you want to send in to us here on EMBN, make sure you use the upload service.
More from Hawaii.
Yeah, let's see it.
My favourite time of the show, Chris.
Yeah, for
Likewise
sure.
on our show, it's the bike vault. I love it.
And we've got some great entries in from you guys this week. And kicking it off, we've got Michael here with a Marin. Oh, what?
Marin.
Marin Alpine Trail E1. He's out in Angel Fire Bike Park in New Mexico.
Ooh, why is it called New Mexico? Because it's the New Mexico?
It must be, I suppose, yeah.
I like those bikes.
They look cool, don't they? We see Nicky Wiles and Matt Jones on them over here,
Super
don't we?
nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Nice, kicking it off. Right, next.
Ooh.
So this is Steve. He's got a Rocky Mountain Instinct Power Play out in Dudden Valley in the Hard Knot Forest in the southern lakes.
Whoa, look at that. I like those. I like Rocky Mountain. Look, it looks quite subtle.
It does look cool,
Yet
doesn't it?
Electrifying.
He does a load of upgrades on this as well. Got Z1 Marzocchi bomber up front, Öhlins rear shock, set up by the guys over at JTech Suspensions. Feels super plush, encouraging the 62-year-old owner to do silly things.
Super nice there.
62-year-old and doing silly things has got to be a super nice,
Super
right?
nice. Right, I love this. This is Nick Focus Jam 2, 6.89.
A lot of numbers going on there.
There's a lot of numbers going on there. AK 9 spelt 9, not number 9.
Not number 9, okay, right. So this is Idle Valley Nature Reserve at Nottinghamshire. First ride out on his new e-mountain bike. Nothing like it going on that first ride, is there?
No, and I think I'm gonna super nice that. Do you know what? It's been super nice all the way.
Doesn't it?
Oh, dude,
So
check this out.
Paul with his Merida E160 is out on Brandon Hill in Kilkenny in Ireland. Out on a ride, discovering all the local countryside.
Yeah, I love it. Is that a Brooks saddle?
I was going to say, that saddle looks pretty interesting.
That is a Brooks saddle.
It is a Brooks saddle. It's meant to be super comfy, those things. Don't you, like, bed them into your own
butt cheeks.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah,
like, bed them in.
Yeah.
Got that frame bag going on, obviously doing a bit of bike packing kind of
I
style
like his
riding.
mud guards on the rear, how it just moulded into that rear
It's nice,
seat
isn't
stay.
it? Yeah, it looks super cool. Super clean bike.
And the pedal, nice.
What do you think? Nice.
Oh, it's nice, yeah.
Yeah, and next up we've got Daryl here.
Oh.
2021 Trek Rail 9 out in Orange Grove in the Perth foothills, exploring new trails solo as his daughter and
thing?
son was too busy to go with him.
Oh, what? Go
But
on, son.
I'm loving this shot. Do you know why? Just look in the background. Do you see what
That's
I
a
see?
massive quarry, Chris.
Yeah.
You're a sucker for quarries. I love that. But it's non-drive side, so it's nice.
Nice.
Oh, another non-drive side, but ride or die in the sunset. This is a Scott from Gareth Ransom E-Ride 920.
And Llangollen. First riding out on his new bike again. So we're getting a lot of new e-bikes out here. It's got to be good, isn't it? What are you thinking for that?
Nice. It's non-drive side, dude. What the hell?
Well, check this out. This is Jake with a Santa Cruz Heckler. He's out in the River Mersey, escaping the wife.
Sumped out on a stump.
Sumping out on the stump whilst escaping the wife. Nice looking bike, that, isn't it? looks super clean. A little bit lost in the background there with the with that earth
Bit
and
of
that
a
earthy colour.
beast, isn't it? The head
Yes.
tube, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big bike. What are you thinking?
Nice.
Nice. Well, talking of beast, check this out. This is Tom with his high bike Old Mountain 3s out in Corrie Hill. 46-mile loop around Glenlivet, Dufferin,
Whoa.
out in Aberdeenshire. Kind of like urban camo, that bike, isn't it?
It is urban
You know,
camo,
those
yeah.
trousers used to wear dirt jumping back in the day?
Did I?
Yeah, with Steve Gill.
Steve Gill did, yeah.
But I mean, that bike is literally blending into that wall, isn't it? It looks
It
quite
is.
cool.
It's nice.
Bit of camo going on.
Nice. We haven't had a nice, super
Right,
nice
and
wheels.
the last bike in the bike vault, Blake, what we got?
We have got one from Martin. This is a Trek Powerfly 7 from Bavaria
Bavaria.
in Germany. And I'm guessing those are big woods.
It looks like it, doesn't
That's
it?
a hardtail bike, though.
That's cool, isn't it? He says he's fitter than he's ever been in 10 years thanks to e-mountain bikes. Best invention and best shot of life into your veins, for sure. I think it's a nice looking bike, that, isn't it? Almost looks like
I think it's super nice because I'm a fan of hardtails, but an e-bike hardtail, dude, that's
good, doesn't it?
another level, man,
is.
that I have not experienced yet.
And what we're going to take for bike of the week this week? There's some good shots, isn't it? Just
Dude,
going back through them now.
I like the Marin. I do like the Rocky Mountain where he's got the Öhlins rear shock spiced up, and he was what, 65? What's
Yeah,
his name?
62 years old,
62,
so Steve.
sorry.
And I think, looking back through
think
that, I
that's the
think
one.
that's the one that's going
I
to take
think
it
that's
for
the
me.
one.
So Steve, with your Rocky Mountain, with all this custom setup on your suspension, that is definitely taking it for bike of the week. Get involved, get those bikes into the bike vault, and it could be you taking home bike of the week next week. But sadly, that is it for this week's show.
We end on the best thing.
I know, it's a shame, but let us know what you think about all that latest stuff from Eurobike, what your favourite product was from that show. Give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to us here on EMBN, and we shall see you next week. Cheers.
See ya. Where can I get that Nikolai?